Harbaugh now heads to Los Angeles Chargers.
Do you think anyone can predict a Jim Harbaugh speech? You're out of your damn mind.
That's a beast mode. My God.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
We have a Chargers quarterback that cusses, boys. This is dangerous.
Phillip Rivers sheds us here.
We want to be known as world champions, and we're gonna do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than I?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Bulldog Sim, with my buddy Kev Huggen.
Oh, hello, Bulldog. How are you on this
hello.
grand evening?
Yes, so grand to be here with you on this podcast. Yes, Kyle, the coach Duggan, can't be with us. He's at his own camp. He's got his own camp to go to, so it's just going to be me and the Hugster sitting down, chatting about all the good. So much closer to football now. The news is just like, it's just hitting me in the face every day. I wake up, I scroll through Twitter, and it's just that's new.
Stop.
That's new. That's new.
I like getting hit. Right now.
Yeah.
Love
this is a good thing.
These morsels of punishment to my brain. I love
That's right.
And you've never called me the Hugster before. I kind of love.
I'm going to see if it sticks.
No, I'm in. I support your candidacy for a new nickname, 2026.
Right. The Hugster, it is. So we got plenty to talk about with you folks.
Hugster. Okay, cool.
Hugamania's running wild.
Hugamania. Holy shit.
All right, we've got tons to talk about. We got a Craig experience and an Ask Boltfam lined up for you, so let's waste no time. Start at the top. Tell you the boys are back in town.
The
rookies
are back in town. The boys are back in town.
The rookies reported to training camp on July 23rd. That was, 4 days ago at the time of this recording, and the veterans reported on July 28th. That is the day that this podcast drops, this episode, so we don't know. We didn't see them, but I can close my eyes and I can picture it. I can see it. Everybody's walking in nice and slow.
Everybody walking in. Yeah, they're going to have some kind of, social media is going to have some kind of gimmick that they're going to do with them. They're going to do something funny. It's going to make us all like giggle, It's going to be great.
And then Wednesday, July 29th, will be the first practice at DeBolt in El Segundo, California. Cannot wait. So excited to see these guys hit the field.
Season's here, dude. That's what this means. This is like we're finally out of the shit. We're finally out of we want football where there's no football. So it's here. We're going to talk about practices and like whatever little tidbits of morsels coming out. It's going to be fantastic.
It will be fantastic. The only sad part about that is that this might be the last time I say Daniel Popper tweeted out, "After 7 seasons on the Chargers beat, I am moving into a national NFL role at The Athletic. My focus will be on pro personnel, free agency, contracts, and the salary cap. I am beyond excited for this next chapter and can't wait to get started. My time on the Chargers beat was a gift. I am so grateful to every person who read my work over the past 7 years. I was brand new to SoCal when I moved here in 2019. It is now home. The fan base welcomed me without hesitation. You allowed me to learn and grow. Thank you. I will still be covering the Chargers through most of training camp, so stay tuned for my final few weeks of written coverage, and we will be hiring a new Chargers writer. I will also continue to produce Hops with Pop, and I look forward to further building our community."
Dude, we started the same year.
Yeah.
2019. This is sad, dude.
We were riding right alongside Popper, and it was a good time.
And he's going up, and we're
we're
right
plateauing, baby.
Dipping, if anything.
Yeah, if anything, we took a little step down, but we'll come back up.
Yeah,
we'll balance this
Popper's
puppy
motivation. Things can be better. No,
but congratulations to Popper.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. I just love it. I loved how he does not give a shit. He pressed everyone. And I put it here in the outline. One of my favorite moments, and I think it was the beginning of the downfall of Brandon Staley, was when Popper, when he was pressed about when he pressed Brandon Staley about the play calling on defense, which is his responsibility, and he sternly responded that the reporters can stop asking the question because he's not going to give up anytime soon. And then Staley said that he wasn't at the press conference to talk to the fan base, which isn't exactly a good way to go about that. So, like, literally, press are pushing him. Are you going to keep calling plays? Are you going to keep calling plays? Are you going to keep calling? He asked him every week for multiple weeks, and he finally got him on the week where he had a bad loss, and he's like, No, Popper, I'm not. He didn't say Popper, but I'm sure he was looking at him when he said this.
I'm
quote.
sure he was, yeah.
And thank you, Popper. If you had anything to do with Brandon Staley getting kicked out of here, we love you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
One step closer to the Harbaugh, and we were about to break.
We were.
We need a little
we were
room
this
to
close.
breathe. You know what I mean?
This close. Everything they said.
Yeah. Everything they said. But I don't know. It's just sad. This is like a chapter closing. He's just, we referenced him every fucking podcast.
I think most Chargers podcasts probably reference a tweet or two from Daniel Popper, because that's the thing is like you said, he was relentless in his question asking, but he wasn't ever necessarily a dick about it.
Could be. There's a couple times he was a dick, but that's what I loved about him. He was a lovable dick.
Yeah, no, he just didn't care. He would just keep pressing with the questions, but not in a like.
You know how many F's he gave?
Oh yeah, none.
Zero.
None to give. He ran out.
0 F's.
None
to
have
the hell out
and
of him
give
for that.
So yeah, it's sad to see him go, but happy for him to move on down and or move on up, actually. Not move on down, move on up to better pastures for him, and hopefully all goes well.
I'm curious who they're going to replace him with, but until then, Chris Rim, we need you, man. We need you to step up.
Yeah, Chris Rim, step up to the plate. We need the righty. Give me the righty, Chris Rim.
Yeah. Swing, just swing. You're free to swing on every
full
pitch.
Swing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, rumors abound today, Monday, July 27th. Jeremy Fowler letting us know that Vita Vea of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has requested a trade from the Bucs. And you go, okay, yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be cool to get Vita Vea.
That's like the beginning of like, yeah, we want him. Go get him. Go get him, Ortiz.
But there's 31 other teams out there. Who knows who it could go to?
Yeah, the odds are low.
Odds are low, but then 10 Wins says, wait, from a source, he wants to go to a California team or the Raiders.
This dude wants to pay some more personal taxes.
He's like, I'm not paying enough taxes. I gotta go.
Get me to California.
Get me to California.
So that narrows it down to a handful of teams.
Yeah.
So that's good.
It's very interesting. It's very intriguing, especially because I don't know what the cap space is for the other teams. Actually, I think the Raiders might be kind of high if I remember correctly, but I know Chargers got some spending money that they could spend should they want the money. Because as it stands right now, I mean, if you look at our defensive line, T.R. Tart, Jamari Caldwell, newly acquired Dalvin Tomlinson, Justin Aboigbe, Nick Barrett. This is a strong defensive line team, I would think, but would be elevated with the addition of Vita Vea.
Dude.
Big time.
Yeah.
So it's intriguing to see. Obviously, nothing official. Honestly, just because he requests a trade doesn't mean he's going to get traded.
But things are moving, dude. This is what I'm talking about.
This is that part.
The morsels hit in the face.
Hit in the face from all angles.
Yeah.
This is that time where we're like, God, why aren't we spending the money?
Yeah.
You wait for an opportunity.
They knew Vita Vea was not happy.
Big fat opportunity.
They didn't spend it.
Mm-hmm. Now who's silly? Well, the other news that dropped out, NFL's top 100 still counting, got halfway and said, we have to mention our safety, Los Angeles Chargers, Derwin James, number 50. Does this still feel too low? I mean, because he was like, what, 56, 57 last year, something like that?
Was that, I can't remember. Was that the case?
I think it was. I think if you look
up, incremental climb, but this is
a climb, but not enough.
No,
not enough for this guy. This guy does way too much on the defense to garner an only number 50. Now, granted, this is voted on by players and coaches and all that kind of stuff. So we're a bunch of homers, but at the same time, you can't deny the impact this guy has on the defense.
Cannot.
So congrats, Mr. James. Good to see you hit number 50. We've had Thule and we've had James, and we kind of talked about maybe 4 more. Do we still think it's 4 more where there's only 49 spots left? It would be 3 at this point now that we got Derwin.
You're looking at Mac and you're looking at Justin. I think there's only 2 on the roster that are going to be in the top 50. That could be.
Could be the case. Cameron Dicker?
Or if they just go rogue and, I don't know. Can't think of who it might be who actually played last year.
I know.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, if Joe Alt got voted to the Pro Bowl, you'd like to think that he might be a sneaky addition.
We might have 3.
We might have 3.
Could sneak in there at like 49. That might work.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but
only time will tell.
Only time will tell. And we're glad to see Derwin James making that list. Looking over at other tweets that have come out, Ryan DePaul letting us know a stat that will surprise a lot of people. Most receiving tight ends by wide receivers over the last
touchdowns.
2 NFL seasons. Tutties by wide receivers. Number 1, Jamar Chase. Understandable. Number 2, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Understandable. Devontae Adams. Understandable. T. Higgins. Understandable. Number 5, top 5 scorers and wide receivers over the last 2 NFL seasons. Quentin at Johnston at 16. Tied for 5th among NFL wide receivers in receiving touchdowns over that span. My man is finding the end zone, dude. That if you can say anything about Quentin Johnston over the last 2 seasons, he's been a number 1 target for Herbert in the end zone. And that's awesome. You need that.
No, it's definitely, had such a bad rookie season and then got dropsies in that second season. And then last season, just kind of sneakily was just hanging out. No one was really talking about him.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see what happens this season,
Yeah. No, this is, I'm excited because of the mic'd up with Mike McDaniel talking to him specifically about like the attributes that he brings to the table and what he plans to do to utilize him in this scheme. Yeah. And his stock is just rising. I mean, again, they re-signed him to his 5th-year option. So I think that's great. This I think is only going to speak to him. This will be a make or break year for him for sure. He's been steadily getting better every season. And if he can do that again here with Mike McDaniel at the helm,
take it home, baby.
Super exciting. Super
Back
exciting.
Up the truck.
And then the other bit of news that came out today, Aaron Wilson letting us know that the Chargers released Ben Cleveland. Cleveland was arrested for speeding on July 16th and was charged with violating the conditions of his limited driver's permit after he had a DUI in February of 2025. Ooh, sorry, Ben.
And it said that he confessed to drinking 3 to 4 beers.
Ooh, Ben. I hardly knew you.
Ben.
Sorry, guy. Sorry to see you go, but them's the breaks, and it just makes it one less person that we have to worry about getting cut.
One less mouth to feed.
One less mouth to feed. So Godspeed, Mr. Cleveland.
Yeah.
Hope things go better for you in the future. And we hope things go better for you in the future over at our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. Check out all the fun, silly videos we got going on over there. We got a hangout coming up here Friday.
Oh, shit.
You're in that special 10 group. Get ready to hang out. It's going to go down on Friday.
How is it the end of July already? That's crazy.
Dude, the time is flying.
It's nuts.
It's really crazy. But check it out, patreon.com/ChargerChat. But if you don't want to go over there, it's totally fine. You can go on over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. Chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the member section and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. Check it out, chargerchat.com. And if you're watching this on a subscribable platform, please hit the subscribe button. All right, folks, time to go into this next guy. You know him. You love him. It's the Craig Experience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Billy. Yeah.
Come on in, man. Kick your feet up.
Oh.
Craig Experience.
Hello there.
Make yourself at home. Got some stuff to talk about, right? Moving on.
It's training camp eve. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but when you're seeing this, you are one day away from actual football activity. We have basically made it. The summer's almost over. Time for the kids to get ready to go back to school, and time for gentlemen, women, whoever out there is a sicko like your boy here when it comes to football in general, but especially your Chargers fans, you get to reclaim your Sundays because it is almost time. Who's ready? I know I am. So, all right. Everybody's going to spend like the next month obsessing over the Chargers' interior offensive line. And honestly, they should. It's probably the biggest question mark on this football team. But today, let's skip the obvious. I want to talk about the training camp battles that could quietly shape this roster and maybe even determine whether the Chargers are playing meaningful football in January. So, with that said, CC gang, the biggest salutes to the rest of Boltfam. What's good? You got Craig out here in hot as hell, Texas, and welcome to this 2026 Training Camp Eve. I love the sound of that edition of the Craig Experience. Let's get it. Oops. My bad, folks. Ironically enough, here having a text chat with our guy, Kev Huggin-Duggan. Hey, Kev, appreciate you, per usual. Good looking out. But anyway, go figure. The former wide receiver starts the segment with wide receiver talk to kick things off. And we are going to chat about Quentin Johnston versus Trey Harris. Now, this isn't really a battle for a roster spot because QJ ain't getting cut. I mean, his 5th-year option was just picked up, and neither is a year 2 second rounder in Trey Harris. Duh. This is a battle for snaps and maybe even for the trust of a one Justin Herbert. Now, QJ, you know, he's been one of the more polarizing players on the squad. He's had a strange kind of sort of start to an NFL career. His rookie season, pretty rough. There's no sugarcoating it, but you got to give the man credit. He's definitely responded because over the last 2 seasons, QJ's developed into a legitimate contributor. He's put together consecutive 700 plus yard campaigns and he's scored 8 TDs in each of those. Now, that's real production. And it's a big reason the Chargers exercised that 5th-year option this past offseason. Now, the talent has never really been in question. It's been the consistency. But then there's Trey Harris. And I absolutely love this fit on the squad, have since he's arrived. Like at Ole Miss, Harris became one of the most productive receivers in the SEC. Like we're talking nearly 1,000 yards receiving in each of his final 2 seasons. The dude averaged close to 18 yards per catch. So that's not really just volume. It's pretty explosive production, especially when we're talking in the SEC where the big boys play. And if you've watched a Mike McDaniel offense, you already know what catches his eye. Like, he likes big targets who can separate. He likes receivers who can win after the catch also. And guys who make defensive coordinators lose sleep. So Trey Harris checks a lot of those boxes in my opinion. So here's my prediction about that. QJ probably opens the season ahead on the depth chart, clearly. I don't think there's a maybe about it unless something crazy happens. But if Harris starts stacking good practices with Herbert, then that gap could disappear in a hurry. Now on to another kind of underrated camp battle that football nerds like us are going to love, and that's going to be between Keandre Lambert-Smith and Brennan Thompson. Now, one of these guys is probably going to emerge as the primary field stretcher. Like we know about KLS, he has legitimate NFL size and speed. Plus, he's already shown what he can contribute kind of sort of on special teams as well, which, by the way, is one of the fastest ways to earn playing time on Sundays. But Brennan Thompson, Speedy Gonzalez, the Flash, whatever you want to call him, give him whatever moniker you choose. The dude is a complete and utter blur. We know like that mid to low 4.26 time is definitely something that's been lacking on this Chargers squad. We haven't seen the likes of that since like Tim Dwight, somewhere along those lines. But man, look, about Brennan Thompson. Every time I watch his college tape, even now, I keep thinking Mike McDaniel is probably sitting in his office drawing up like 10 different ways to get this man the football. You got jet sweeps, orbit motions, bubble screens, deep shots. Basically, if it involves speed, then Brennan Thompson is probably in the playbook. Having to chase around mid, high, low 4.2. 4.2 is 4.2. I'm sorry if it's 4.22, 4.29, whatever. It's blazing. But when you have to chase that around, good freaking luck. The biggest question with him isn't actually going to be the athleticism, though. It's never been. It's whether he can be a complete wide receiver. Can he beat press coverage? Can he run the full route tree? Can Justin Herbert trust him to be exactly where he's supposed to be? Bars. Didn't even try to do that. Pretty effortless. If the answer becomes yes, then you got to watch out because speed like that changes defensive game plans. Moving on over to the defensive side of the ball, because this one could be a goodie. Junior Colson versus Marlowe Wax. This feels like old school ball, so you know it's right up your boy's alley. Now, Colson was one of Harbaugh's guys at Michigan. We know the story. The expectations have always really been sky high, but unfortunately injuries have wildly slowed his development. But the physical tools are all still there. Like, the dude is instinctive. You don't really lose that. He's physical. And when he's healthy, he looks exactly like the downhill linebacker Chris O'Leary, sorry, easy for me to say, wants in this defense. And low-key, he was actually an above-average coverage guy at the second level at Michigan too, so added plus. Then you got Marlowe Wax. And I love players like this. It feels like every team seems to have one guy that creeps up this way. Like, maybe they weren't drafted as highly. Maybe they don't have like all the headlines associated with them, but every practice they're flying around, they're being a complete menace, and they're just making coaches and fans take notice. Like, the dudes like this, they make the most out of every snap, and they make some of the cats near the bottom of the roster even more nervous about their potential to make the final 53. That's what Marlowe Wax brings. And at Syracuse, I mean, he made a living in opposing backfields. You're talking tackles for loss, sacks, forced fumbles, you name it. He's one of those guys coaches love because there's no governor on his motor whatsoever. It actually never shuts off. So if Colston's ceiling is higher, then Wax's floor might actually be safer. And that's what makes this battle so interesting. Okay, so serious question. Do we think the cornerback room is really locked up? Like, because I don't really feel like the position has been settled quite yet. Now, I like what the Chargers have at the top of the depth chart with the calculated risk-taking, playmaking abilities of Dante Jackson, who played very, very well last year. I think better than what most people expected. Tarheeb still looks like he's becoming a foundational player. Cam Hart has flashed. Like, you've got some names with potential that have flashed also in Nico Reed and Eric Rodgers. But if we're being honest, depth wins in the NFL. And it feels like every single August, a veteran corner becomes available after roster cutdowns, like clockwork almost. Some former starter loses a camp battle. Some team has a salary cap crunch situation. Like, some veteran simply becomes expendable. And we know that the underboss, as I like to call him, Joe Ortiz's core tenet that he bought with him from Baltimore is staying patient. Like, don't force a move in March if you can find better value in August. So I would say keep an eye on vets, and this won't blow anyone's mind, but just, you know, a thought. Names like Kendall Fuller, Mike Hilton, maybe even like a James Bradbury, like they're all current vet free agents. Now, my pie in the sky hope is that the Browns give Denzel Ward the opportunity to escape football Alcatraz out in Cleveland, and Ortiz can pull off one of these last second heists for one of my current favorite corners in the league. A man can dream. So that's where we are with that. Got nothing that leads me to believe anything will happen there, but just trying to speak out into the ethos, see what we can come up with. But also adding one experienced corner could be the final piece that turns a good secondary into a top flight unit. See what I did there? Top flight. Okay. Anyway, and that's what I love about training camp though. Like, it's not always about the first round pick. Sometimes it's about the third receiver who suddenly earns Justin Herbert's confidence. Sometimes it's about the linebacker nobody outside of the building is talking about. Sometimes it's about the veteran corner who gets released 3 weeks before week one and suddenly becomes your opening day starter. Like, those battles may not dominate national headlines, but they'll go a long way towards deciding whether the Chargers can finally make the leap from playoff hopeful to legitimate AFC contender. And that is my time today, good people. Thanks for letting me be in your ears. I would also ask that you guys be sure to tap in with Garrett and myself over at the Lightning Round podcast as we end summer vacay and get the 26-27 season kicked off here soon. And to my boys, Kev, Kyle, Dub D, cheers to a new football year. You guys know I love you. Looking forward to this next ride for this season. Should be a good one. I expect some great things. Happy to be able to share it with y'all. And to the rest of the viewing and listening audience, you know who it is, Mr. TOP_FLYT3 if you follow me on the Bird app, and you may also know me as Mr. Bolt Gang or Do Not Bang. But whatever you want to call me, looking forward again to this year and hanging out with everybody and having some more fun combos and cheering this team on to a stellar season, because I think we're getting there. I think we're going to sniff it this year. Anyway, you guys are much appreciated, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Okay. Love you. Bye.
We're going to sniff it, Craig? I smell it. It smells good.
It smells delicious.
Craig, thank you for another awesome Craig. What were you two texting about? Huh?
Just best friend stuff. I don't know. Just hanging out.
Oh,
being
I
bros.
see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a podcast with him? You love him so much.
This is an AB conversation. Why don't you see your way out of it?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, just being bros. Like,
That's
how's it going? Good. How are you doing? Good.
It's good.
Like football?
Good,
Yeah,
good,
me
good.
too.
Good. It's good. I'm happy for you.
I'm not cheating on you, Adam. I swear. It's okay.
We'll see if the DNA test says otherwise. But Craig, thank you for bringing to light the battles. Yes, those are some good battles to keep an eye on. Wide receivers, obviously. Nobody's, like you said, nobody's necessarily fighting for a starting spot in that room, but or fighting for a spot, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Craig, you said it better. I don't know why I talk.
Out of all the ones he said, I think what is so interesting is that Marlo Wax pushing Colston. I think because Marlo Wax is just Junior. Marlo is just always there. He's always there at the last game of the preseason, makes the roster. Like he's just always floating around right there, ready to go. Isn't always activated, but he's right there. And maybe, they always talk about like these guys that we draft having that. They just need that extra season to get acclimated and get ready to go. A lot of these other guys that weren't drafted also can make the jump. So I'm very, very curious to see what that's going to be.
Yeah. The mentality of competitors being welcome is always instilled with this team. So
competitors welcome, man.
Competitors are welcome, and that applies to everybody. And yes, folks, definitely go check out Craig over at the Lightning Round for more fun, good times. Craig, thank you once again for another killer Craig experience. So glad that we've got football now. We got some practice to dissect and look into. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good old time. All right, folks, time to go into the next segment. Ask Boltfam.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement. Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude. Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam. We start at the top with Tom Lytle, who asked the question. Hello, distinguished gentlemen of Charger Chat. Right to the question, since time is Monet. Question number 1. For each of you, what player are you most interested in or intrigued by for the upcoming season? Question 2, what player do each of you think might be a surprise cut? Ta-ta for now. Okay, love you, bye.
Was that Matt Berry?
That was my attempt at Matt Berry. Jackie Daytona.
We've been on a kick of watching what they do in the shadows, and whenever he says anything, it makes me die. So if you haven't seen that TV show, Arizona. No, what is it? No, you did not.
No, you fucking didn't.
I'm glad you've introduced that. Sorry, distracted.
No, it's all good. All right, so right to the questions. What player are you most interested in or intrigued by for the upcoming season?
It's a good question.
Go ahead.
You go first. No, you go.
I think for me, the one that I'm most intrigued by, and Craig mentioned it in his segment, was Brennan Thompson. I think that addition, that quality that he brings to the team is something that, even like Craig said, we haven't seen in quite some time, that kind of speedster. And so pairing that with Justin, you hope that the chemistry starts off quick, gets them going. And so that way, when it comes time for the season, they can just go. Whether or not that'll happen, who's to say? But I think that's the one I'm most intrigued to see how he gets utilized in this upcoming season.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'll stay in the wide receiver room. I think Ladidi McConkey. I think we got his first year. We got his second year with Keenan Allen. What's this third year with the pre-snap motions and all the stuff that he's really good at. Yeah. And just his quickness, his elusiveness under this new offensive coordinator. that's what I'm just fascinated by. I think the wide receiver room is going to be fascinating because I don't remember the last time we had this like solid and like we're not stressed about a room. We're usually stressed about the wide receiver room, and this year I'm not feeling that at all. It's more like there's going to be things that were available to surprise us, and that's not like and we still have our starters, but these could surprise us. Like it feels different this year.
So it's what we've talked about. We need depth to make it all the way. And when you've got quality depth, then the sky's the limits. And honestly, I've never necessarily been worried about the wide receiver room. I've been worried about the offensive line. And now I'm not necessarily because we have so much depth on the offensive line that now that opportunity for him to throw to more wide receivers, he's going to have time. He's going to have time to make some plays. So that's everybody's going to benefit from that, I think.
Yeah.
And the wide receivers especially. But the second question, what player do each of you think might be a surprise cut?
I don't know how surprising it would be, but it would be surprising because he was kind of a higher draft pick, would be Kyle Kennard. Like he just hasn't shown up and we just drafted Mesidor. So I just not sure where he fits in this scheme of things. Yeah. Especially if he is outproduced by Bud, who's a older veteran. Like I think there's a world where Kyle's not on the team if his training camp doesn't go well.
Yeah. I could absolutely, that would be a surprise just for how early in his contract he is. And I would also say Junior Colson probably falls into that as well. And don't want to see these guys necessarily get cut. I want to see them step up and perform, but their opportunities, at least for Junior, have not been as ample as other players. And so that could be a surprise. Like the 1 year that Junior finally gets healthy and we cut him or something like that. That could be surprising.
I'm with you on that, but I just don't think. I think he has too much favorability with the coaching staff.
He very well could.
He won Harbaugh a national championship, so
sure.
I think he's going to get a little more leeway than somebody say like a Kyle Kennard. But I think if he's healthy, he's going to do great.
Yeah,
like that's the thing. Kyle Kennard, by all accounts, has been fairly healthy, and we're still talking about him. So I think that's kind of like the where that lands. Not that your answer was wrong. That's right.
Well, no, that's the thing. Is like it would be a surprise if he got
it would be shocking. I think for me, it would be shocking.
Yeah. So we'll see. Tom, buddy, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Frank Blakely, who asked the question. Go, Frank. We're finally back to football. Let's fucking go. The Chargers seem to have more legitimate competition for roster spots than we've had in years. With the depth on this roster, what would you set the over-under at for at least one player being traded instead of cut when the team makes its final 53-man roster?
That is a great question, and I think that
Frank's
ties
great questions.
Great. I think that ties exactly back to what we were just talking about with Junior Colston. I think that's more of a trade than a cut situation.
Interesting.
But the over under on that, how many guys could be traded away just because we are overflowing with talent? The rooms are just impressive as hell. Tradeaways. I want to say over under 1.5. Let's do 1.5.
Over under for at least one player. Yeah. Or just a percentage. Like, what's the percentage of like just one player going? Do you think we've got like a 80% chance?
No, I wouldn't go percentage. I'd do like the over under like 1.5.
So you think what are you taking?
I'm probably taking the under. I think you'll probably get one player. Maybe you probably get one player
will get traded.
Yeah. I think if you're to bet, like that's with the way our roster is shaping up now, I think one guy, it's a potential. We don't usually trade guys away. It's usually the opposite. But the thing is, we've been dealing with the roster that was constructed differently. And now that we've basically had, 4 years with our new GM and everything, constructing it the way he wants to do it, maybe there's some guys that can be, traded and get some capital for.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, their MO has certainly been to draft the talent or acquire the talent and not necessarily give it away unless you're getting something in return, like maybe Vita Vea.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a package. That could be a deal. So it'll be interesting to see because, I mean, when you got players like Vita Vea saying that he wants to come to California and you got the cap space and you maybe have a player or two that you can part with and not feel a total loss from, begs the question. I would probably agree on the under at 1.5. But over would be pretty sweet. Over would be pretty interesting just to see what kind of talent that these guys can acquire through a trade.
Ortiz would be cooking.
He would be cooking. And we will have to wait and see if that happens. But Frank, buddy, thank you for the great question.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's move on now to Forrest Price II, who asked the question. What can the Bolts do to stay healthy this year? Don't get hurt.
This is the $1 million question.
It is. If we knew, we'd tell them.
If we knew, I'd be yelling at them.
Yeah,
I'd make 10x accounts, 10x accounts, and I'd just tweet them every day, all day long. I'm curious what they're going to do this year. I think they're starting earlier to not get in that UV fucking whatever they were talking about, whatever that is. They're trying shit out, like let's see what happens. Maybe it's the scheme. Maybe, we're not going to be dealing, because a lot of the shit we've been dealing with is people getting rolled up on.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's usually we lost our tackles because of people getting rolled up on and the blocking schemes and shit. If we're out in space and we're not having people rolling into the back of your knee in terms of the offensive line, I think it's better. So maybe hopefully just the scheme and how they're going to be blocking will help eliminate some of that bullshit. So I don't know. I would put knee braces on every single offensive lineman until the season starts.
Yeah. Well, we're not practicing today. I don't care. Put it on.
I don't give a shit. You're wearing these to the food.
Are you using your legs? Yeah. Then put them on.
Do you want a pizza from the commissary? Put on your knee brace.
Do you know how fast you're going to put on your knee braces right now? Put them on.
Joe, look at me. Look at me, Joe.
Come here.
Put on your brace.
Loaded question. How do you feel about the job of Ben Herbert thus far with the team?
Yeah, for me, like the injuries, the shit where, these guys are playing well into the fourth quarter, like we're finishing games. That's conditioning and that's strength. These injuries and shit, I'm not blaming him for these injuries. Like if you go look at what happened to Rashawn Slater, he got rolled up on in practice. Trey Pipkins threw his defender into Joe Alt in that game that we had front row seats to. Yeah. So like he can't control any of that shit. I'm sure there's some like the hamstrings and shit. Like we haven't had a ton of those. It's been very kind of more like ligament, knee structural problems. So I don't know. I have no problem with that. I think we're strong and we are not losing games in the fourth quarter. If anything, we're winning games in the fourth quarter now. And that has everything to do with strength and conditioning.
I agree. 100%.
And he's not a medicine man. He's not like some like warlock that can like protect ligaments and knees and shit and shoulders. That's just not how it works. Do warlocks do that kind of thing?
I mean, if they do, can we get one?
Craigslist. Is Craigslist still a thing? Let's go look it up.
Do you guys have a warlock for hire?
Yeah, do you have a help wanted section in Craigslist?
In warlocks?
We need a warlock.
All right. Well, there you go. That's what the Bolts need to do there, Forrest. Thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Let's move on now to Athir and Kadir. Kadir. Who asked the question?
Hello, my lovely Judge and Chat family. Love you, baby. Hello, Bolt fam, my amazing fan base. This week, yes, Utah, give me two, baby. We have a training camp question and a regular season question, baby. First question, please. How important is it for our new DC to have his unit shine in training camp against Herbie and his offense, baby? Because we're facing some dogs in regular season, baby. Second question, please. My baby boy Rashawn Slater has struggled big time against Myles Garrett in his career. If you are Coach Harbaugh, will you consider making that switch for that week versus the Rams and put Alt at left tackle or accept the consequences, baby? We start with my lovely Coach Kyle, followed by my amazing friend Kevin, and we finish with my baby, my love, my heart, my life, forever Bulldog, baby. Okay, love you, boy. Boobies, training camp edition, baby.
Fear getting in on the boobies.
He's on the booby train.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Riding you with a good time, Athir.
All right. Great questions, Athir. How important is it for our new DC to have his unit shining training camp against Herbie and his offense?
I think it's important for them to shine. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of pressure on him, man. There's a lot of pressure. A lot of these players played really well last year. We had a great defense the last couple of years, and there's a lot of pressure. to make sure this defense is where it was last year.
Yeah, you got to be dialed in. You got to have all of your positional coaches dialed in, players dialed in. And then by all accounts, they've been doing that. Like the players have said nothing but good things about Chris O'Leary. And he's got to be dialed in. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be important. I mean, you don't want to hear Justin Herbert threw 10 picks at practice or anything like that. So it's like, hey, don't go too crazy, but you do want to hear some good plays.
Save some for the game.
Yeah, save it for the field. But yeah, you definitely want to see some shines here and there. And then your second question, Rashawn Slater struggling big time against Myles Garrett. I don't think he's necessarily struggled big time against Myles Garrett. They've played twice. The first time he gave up 1 sack. Second time he gave up 2. Joe Alt gave up 1. And you know who got the 4th?
Who
didn't give it up, but who got it?
Who?
Dalvin Tomlinson, our newly acquired defensive lineman, when he played for the Browns.
I don't think it matters. He's just a problem. So
Myles Garrett is a freak of an athlete.
You're not switching them at all. They're comfortable where they are. You're just going to make that week harder for them because they're not used to playing that position.
Yeah.
So no, you let it ride, baby.
Yeah, you let it ride because that's the thing is like if he didn't get a sack on Joe Alt, he might have like a little bit of an argument, but like it doesn't matter what side of the ball he goes on. Like
let's just get on the same page. Let's just get on the same page with this. Our new offensive coordinator, McDaniel, is not going to run any crazy long developing plays when we're playing Myles Garrett when he's on the field. Yeah. It's going to be quick football. Something we haven't done in a while. So yeah. I don't think we're going to be running into this as much. If they can engage and he can throw in under like 2 seconds, like I can't remember what exactly the amount was, like 2 point something seconds. Mm-hmm. He'll be fine. He will not be touched. So they were just going to have better play calling this year, and you won't have to stress about it this year.
Exactly. That will help everybody. And we appreciate the question, though, buddy. Thank you for asking it.
Thanks, brother.
And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis.
Love me some Tony.
He asked the question.
Listen up, soldiers. Another week in the books and 1 week closer to the start of the 2026 NFL season. By the time this episode is released, there will be only 43. Utah, give me 43 days left. Anyways, let's get down to business. My first question is directed to you, Coach. What is one play you're most excited to see under this McDaniel offense that we didn't see last year? Secondly, if you got the opportunity to draw up one play again that you knew McDaniel would love, what would it be? My second question is directed to you, Kev. If you had to cast Coach McDaniel and Coach Harbaugh in a movie, what type of movie would it be, and what would their characters do? Spare us 0 details, cadet. And my last question is directed to you, Bulldog. How many home games are you going to this season? What is the one jersey you plan to buy this year? And did you buy those tearaway pants like I told you to, soldier? You know when we see each other at Thunder Alley this year, our pants will be down around our ankles screaming, suck my butt to all opposing fans. Hey, as always, the Raiders, burn the kingdom, kick the donkeys. Let's f***ing go, soldiers. And suck my butt.
Nice
job, Tony.
Nice.
I'm so glad he's back. It's so good to have you back, Tony. All right. So Coach Kyle's not here, but I think we could probably all agree, like Kevin just said in the last question, quick plays.
Get the ball out. Don't let Justin get touched. I don't want any more broken hands, broken fingers, broken bullshit. Just get the ball out of your hands.
A lot more RPOs, I would imagine.
And let Omarion cook.
Let him cook. Let him run. He's got big legs. Let him use them.
Yep.
So that's, I think we can all agree on that. I think even Coach Kyle would say that. But the question directed to you, Kev, this is a fun one. If you had to cast Mike McDaniel and Jim Harbaugh in a movie, what type of movie would it be and what would their characters do?
This is so easy. You know where I'm going with this.
I have a feeling, but I want to hear you say it.
We're going Coach Harbaugh's Johnny Utah and McDaniel is Bodie. Like that point break where those two are robbing banks together.
Yeah.
And I just imagine the football scene on the beach.
Yeah.
It's glorious. And in honor of that, it's coming out. A bunch of you texted me. You know how much I love Point Break. It's coming out in theaters in like 2 weeks. They're bringing it back to theaters. And guess who's going to be there front row?
Oh,
me. Yeah. And guess what I'm going to try and do? I'm going to send Harbaugh and McDaniel a ticket. I'm just going to find a way to send both those guys a ticket to go see Point Break. Just figure out how to love each other. You know what I mean? Like, we come from different places, but we're going to come together and rob these banks together. Rob this NFL of their, we're going to rob them of their wins.
I'm going to rob them so bad.
We're going to rob those wins so hard.
All right. Excellent. Love it. And as far as for me, how many home games? We're still trying to figure that out. We still got to make some plans, but definitely want to go to as many as I possibly can. But
I got some good news. I got the movie we've been talking about for weeks. So
yes,
so that's fun, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to go to any game in September.
Yeah.
The way things are cooking. Unless I can find a really good red eye Sunday after the home opener from LA to St. Louis. If you have any ideas, any airlines, you have to literally take me from the game to the airport to get back. But I don't know. We'll see.
We will see.
We're working on it. We're going to have as soon as Kyle's back, we're going to have a team meeting and go over our schedule.
For sure. And the one jersey I plan to buy this year. God, there's some good ones. Because I have a Herbert, I have a Thule, I have a Keenan Allen, and the newer iterations of the jerseys. Who would I want? I mean, Derwin, maybe. Derwin would be good. Mac would be good. Amarian. There's a lot of options. I haven't decided which one yet.
Joe Alt
would be good.
You would look good in a lineman number,
I know,
dude.
right? Yeah, I get a lineman jersey.
That'd be hard as hell, dude. Yeah. Big boys unite.
I might do that. That actually might be the move. Get a Joe Alt jersey.
That'd be sick.
Because he's just a good guy all around.
Yeah, good
he's
bro.
so funny.
Yeah.
And I have not bought the tearaway pants, but that doesn't mean that I won't.
You know what's awesome? It's a little place called Amazon, and we can get something delivered in 2 days. No problem.
No problems. No problems.
This is not problem.
It is not problems. But I will be ready, Tony, whenever it does go down. The tearaway pants will be in full effect.
Do you tear away to your kilt that you got 3 seasons ago? I think that's the
that would
move.
be so hot.
What if you had 2 tearaways? You go from tearaway pants to the kilt, tear away the kilt to something even more rad.
Speedo.
Yeah. That's the move.
Big jersey Speedo. I just look like I'm pantless.
Like my wife wearing one of my big shirts. That'd be awesome. I kind of... If you want to see that, come over to Patreon.
I want to see that. Yeah. Only for Patreon. All right. Tony, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. We greatly appreciate it. That's going to do it for this episode of Charger Chat. Any final thoughts there, Kev?
Guys, have a great week watching all these players arrive, getting in the nitty-gritty, enjoy it, and we can't wait to see you next Tuesday and go over everything.
Every tasty little morsel.
Ow, stop.
Ooh.
So much news. Ow. 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 Painful, but deserved.
All right, there you go, folks. That's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye. Touchdown.
It's good.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
In the wild, the NFL lineman faces many threats. A charging defender, a muddy sideline, a Lego left on the living room floor. Fortunately, evolution has provided the Hugster, a new knee brace engineered to protect knees during football, lawn mowing, folding laundry, and the perilous journey from couch to refrigerator. Scientists can't confirm they'll make you unstoppable, but they can confirm you'll look extremely committed to knee safety. So don't leave your joints vulnerable to everyday drama. Hug your knees before life tackles them. The Hugster's Knee Braces. Give your knees the warm, supportive hug they deserve.